fuego en la parrilla. Déjame su strong toda la familia. Boom heavy, la música brilla. Orange like crazy, nadie la guaniquila. Please get ribs, shots in the head. H-Town stand up, left in the land. Desde el sur hasta todo muy loud. Horns up, till I got us moving the crowd. Trap beat knocking, luces en el aire. Domingo en Houston, nadie puede pararme. Flags wave high, orgullo gigante. Texas forever, gritamos al instante. Best school, chain on stop. Texans touchdown, the whole block rock. Houston, Texas, we set that tone. Horns up, till I got us, this is our zone. Horns up, horns up. The weed, right?
On the chart. Yeah, that's not just me. So I'm not 12. 12. Work my I think they'll see you with my shit on me. Piece of chain swinging, bank cross, they grill. $1 million dreams with my mind on cream. I'm in that mean green machine, clean on 19s. Less screens in their head, swinging like a swing set. Brandy wine, baby. Going down just a bit. I'm in the light chasing bras like a lesbian. Bullet they cuss. Well, I'm breaking out pedestrians. In the street like moving like a parachute. What's the green shit? You don't get this name, gang sharper than the Georgia. Regular time, taking out the back of the truck. Then they watch me, I'm calling. Fully loaded as they try to hit him quick. Walk out. Break them out. 12. Here's untouchable white dreams, some hotter than Yankee. Cheers, the drug don't chase. The snow party, better cutting yellow with the money clothes. Pow wow, and the villains fools we sit on the rock train. I'ma break them up into the bag on fucking steel truck. And what? And with the fan. Clusters, three plumbers, shooting lasers, crowding, gushing up on Twitter. I'ma show them. Hold on, then you buckle up the street belt. Switch out 2 feet. 12. 12. 12. I'm doing 12. 12. 12. I'm doing. Chasing my crazy, still tapping on them buttons, struggling, looking crazy, switch hit like criminals is dominated. Skills is so weird. I scream, my brain, panoramic, sipping, My baby leans, baby, two-seater. It's me and the second maybe the mother seat. What's a big house? Oh, yeah, my spot. Place you want to party. Big baby like my hair. So the air hardy when I'm feeling like a rock. When those forces still moving, truck trailers killing hot, still grooving. No summer, baby. Come on, the soda, I ain't gonna real one story. Get your hot like rolling up the bed, through the pebbles down the hand, rolling up my chest. You don't wanna miss such wide. Shining on the bandana, make it throw the white flag. Get it to the whip game, I'ma have to crank. Play crank, moving this white bang, I'm at the man. I look good, I look good. That's my swag, this shit cool. I look good, I look good. 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 Following the compliment down by the view. Coochie on my body, jaywalking in the fusion. Hit that ATX, get the carpet in illusion. Tell you right now, break skin, catch contusions. Cool as a fan. Hot like a flame, boys going hate on me, still ain't the same. Double shots rain, end on Patron. Round of that white it out again, what your own shot of talking my cologne. Freedom make it hurt, 300 a bottle, $30 for a squirt. Got you sweating out your shirt, you can get the bid. Something on your mind, what it do, what it is. Can't close your eyelids, see it in the fitted, then I'm guilty about. Saludos, semana número 4 del NFL por CBS en español arranca ahora. Houston Texans contra los Houston Texans, dos equipos 0-3 por Bonnet. If there's anything I know, there's no wrong way. As long as it's your way. It could be simple. Doing flashy. But sometimes, like that, all you need is a delicate touch. All customers get a 50% profit boost every day. Influences are unique. Come back. Cheap brand is still influence. Creation. We create our own trail. Just get $4,500 total units last month, 2025 cheap rate as the biggest rate up ends September 30th. Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. It's one line, powered with unlimited data, 5G. Now just $19 a month and annual guarantee. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with short coverage. Plus unlimited apps for any freedom. That's a top-tier network at a budget-friendly price. But you already lost in for a limited time. Get Visible for $19 a month for 1 week guarantee. See that all things? JB, they're eating a ton of flour. Thanks for their freshly beefed up line. HUB's waiting for the gigabyte so we can slice them up.
Wait, son, are they talking about the...
He really put some extra mustard on that big stew right in the breadbasket. Baby, the whole outcomes is cooking up in this way. They can chew it back well.
This is clearly football is not selling food.
Yeah. More of Jersey Mighty. CBS Sports represents the following presentation of the news. Gracias amigos por estar con nosotros. Imágenes desde el NRG Stadium en Houston, Texas. Los Tennessee Texans junto a los Houston Texans para arrancar esta semana número 4 de la NFL por CBS en español. Gracias amigos por estar con nosotros. Lo dijimos al inicio, dos equipos que están entre 6 en total, que no tienen victoria aún en esta campaña, pero son dos equipos que no están determinados o no están decididos a morir, por así decirlo. Ambos equipos están aún con mucho por jugar, aunque se dificulta llegar a una postemporada. Pero, por ejemplo, para Tennessee, el técnico Brian Callahan no cantará jugadas contra el Houston y será Bob Hardegree, coach de mariscales, quien tomará cargo de la ofensiva. Bob Hardegree, de 41 años de edad, ahí le tenemos 2 años con Tennessee, 21 años. Uno de los años que ha hecho Tennessee de parte de los Houston Texans. Este conjunto se deshizo del safety Garner Johnson, pone a NRG Stewart como titular porque consideraban que no había sincronía entre Garner Johnson y el equipo de Houston, y por eso se deshacen de él. Dos equipos nuevamente aún buscando hacer cambios para tratar de darle vuelta a este barco que va a la deriva, desde la propia 3 hasta la 25, aproximadamente 27, con la oportunidad ofensiva para Tennessee. Houston que ganó el lanzamiento de moneda y prefiere, y con esto la primera oportunidad de ver a Cam Ward. Ward que regresa a casa, por así decirlo. Él salió de Texas. Una oportunidad de ver a Cam Ward, no solo Cam Ward, en primera selección del sorteo de la campaña pasada, pero también la segunda selección, así que Stroud, el mariscal de Houston, que salió del sorteo del 23. Así que, sin embargo, era un partido que nos da estas oportunidades de ver a dos equipos encabezados con mejores promesas en la NFL. Dos equipos, eso sí, que le falta ofensiva, le falta capacidad ofensiva. Ahí los padres de Cam Ward, en los otros de Miami, de la Florida, aficionados que salen a apoyar a Tennessee y a Cam Ward en particular, como es familia y amigos que salen a apoyar a Cam Ward y a Reggie Ward. Cambia la suerte para su equipo. Un joven con un brazo que se engañó, un joven que es líder, un hombre que sabe improvisar, un hombre que tiene capacidad para hacer cosas positivas. Usando banda izquierda, opciones para Clap. La ofensiva para los Tennessee Titans, una de las cosas positivas es que tiene que entrar el ritmo, un ritmo ofensivo. Tennessee Titans anotando 17 puntos por partido, permitiendo 30 a los rivales en esta de 2025. Algo negativo. Houston no se queda muy lejos de esta falta de productividad ofensiva con solo 13 puntos por partido. Ripley hace la parte alta. Escapa. Evita el segundo balón. La vemos como el tema. Y se da la jugada. Tiene 2 touchdowns en esta campaña. Una de las cosas que ha hecho Campbell no lo ha hecho continuamente, pero el balón largo es una opción que siempre puede tener Campbell. Otra vez más, cuando el balón es cruzando el cuerpo, un efecto difícil, apuntando a el gallo menor para que fuera hacia la izquierda, y manda ese bombazo fenomenal. Lo he dicho, hay oportunidades para ambos equipos mostrar la calidad del juego. Ahora ve parte baja de la pantalla. Ahí y parece el Houston. Parecería ser, o no, termina siendo un pase incompleto. Lo que nos indican los oficiales Brad Rogers y el referee. Ahí se lo comieron, le llegaron de inmediato. Cam Ward
Ha sufrido ya 15 con esas 16 capturas este año, es el peor de la NFL. Un 55% de efectividad, 506 yardas, 2 touchdowns, una intercepción, pero esas capturas es problemática. Esas capturas es problemáticas. Y problema consideramos también las posibilidades de lesión, porque Kean Moore ya viene con un tobillo lastimado. Ahí vemos a Demico Ryan. Demico Ryan es el técnico de Houston. Demico Ryan, 41 años de edad, ex apoyador de Houston, que consideraba apelar en esa última. Pero aparentemente le llega la comunicación de que no había bastante para apelar, para jugarse, por así decirlo, porque si uno se la juega y no es correcto, termina perdiendo el tiempo libre. Eso es negativo. Con movilidad, además de ahora en esta última, he does split the ball forward, this spy rule would be a forward pass. And then if we're thinking about, well, that may be intention. Tony Pollard, number 20, is in the area as well. So no foul for intentional grounding, and I think a good call for an incomplete pass by Brad Gardner. So now it's 3rd down and 5. Keep your eye on 85, Chico Campo in motion, spear screen. Ward looking that way and will try and extend once again and across the field, takes a big hit and it's incomplete. Aziz Al-Shire let Ward know he was around.
And these are the type of hits he cannot take. Watch the shot he takes from outside. Oh, that's to the head,
yes.
too. That is absolutely to the head. Now, Ward's outside of the pocket. You can see on the crazy.
Tennessee thought they should have been a couple. They thought he won that field goal attempt for 20 slide. 10 for 12 on the season. And that is no good. Pushed it right. Titans empty on their first possession. First chance of the game for CJ Stroud when we come back. Call Nation, it's your number best answer in this. Well, in the how we go without the problem. About this how we want to say something. And she's on the segment from all of it. Receive across their meetings. So I see. To NRG Stadium. Well, attempt it is now Houston. Stroud will hand it off to Nick Chubb right up. Yep. Chubb is out across the 35. Let's revisit Ross that hit on Cam Ward that was not called.
Well, we got a chance during the break to talk to Gene Steratore, and he agreed with me. He agreed with the touch. Absolutely. A roughing the passer. That is a hit to the head of a quarterback to the defensive player. I am stunned that they did not call that. That's a huge break for the Texans early in this game.
And that was Aziz Al-Shai. Remember, he got into some trouble last year after the late hit on Trevor Lawrence in their Jacksonville game. 2nd and 3 here. They'll go run it again with Chubb. And he'll get out to the 40. All right, so the first 2 seasons were good ones. A couple of division titles. But now Ross, year 3 is OC.
Well, evidently, on offense, which made the change, bring in Nick Caley. Longs. If you realize, we don't really even know what Nick Caley's like.
Worst team in the league in 3rd down, and they will go to still back to try and help them get a Gray and Tuttle got after the ball carrier. They had British Brooks in the backfield to help block. The spot is going to be close.
Watch 33, Gray, right in the middle. Bam! Gray gets in there, Tuttle as well. And he gets close to that 41-yard line. Really close.
Let's see if they're going to need the virtual spot here. Brian Callahan looks on, 2nd-year head coach at Tennessee.
Based on where they have it spotted right now, he's short. Needed to get to the 41, and they have it short of the 41.
Both these teams talked to us this week about keeping their offenses on the field, getting some momentum, staying ahead of the chains, running more plays. That's been one of the issues for Houston. 54 plays per game near the bottom of the league. And here is the virtual measurement.
After virtual measurement, the ball is short of the line of the game. 4th down.
4th and 8 inches.
That was our first one of those this year in the regular season. That was exciting. 8 inches. And if it's 8 inches and you have any faith in your offensive line whatsoever, you need to go for it. Now, Caley, remember, spent a lot of time in New England. He realized as a former offensive lineman that there is no better play in a short yardage situation like this than sneak.
Stroud goes under center, and he will do just that, and he will get the 1st down.
Oh, thank goodness, man. It drives me nuts when they don't just run quarterback sneak. It's like an epidemic. Games, you see it in college football. 8 inches, just run the quarterback sneak. If you don't get it, you probably don't deserve to win anyway. Thank you, Nick Caley and the Texans.
Not just around New England and Josh McDaniels, but the last couple of years with Sean McVay and the Rams. And now Caley, the first-time play caller, down on the field. Both play callers down today. 1st and 10 from the 41. And the pass is caught by Dalton Schultz. 8th-year man out of Stanford, picks up 9.
CJ Stroud likes going on the football. We think both these teams are more up-tempo. You see the matchup I'll be looking at against Gary Sneed. That is a little trash talk.
Yeah.
Between those this week.
To the outside, and another completion to Schultz. Well, that's good enough for the 1st down. Yeah, the combo to Nico Collins was better last week.
And watch CJ Stroud right here. I mean, he's got Jeffrey Simmons bearing down on him, and he throws it. Schultz in the middle of your screen, working against Hooker, just an out route. But that is encouraging. That's one of the things that the Texans told us is they want CJ Stroud to get the ball out of his hands faster. And if the number one read is open, just give it to him right away. Don't try to hold the ball for something more.
On the two tight end set, play action. Stroud losing those legs to get down to the 41-yard line behind an offensive line that is all together today. Titus Howard had an illness earlier in the week, but cleared to go. It is a revamped unit. They hit the draft. They hit free agency. Their center, Jake Andrews, coming back from a year off due to injury. Still trying to mesh in front of Stroud.
Kind of like what the general manager, Nick Caserio, did just in terms of the volume of guys that they brought in. Ingram in free agency, Tomlin free agency. They drafted Ursery. I mean, most of their backups are the guys who started a lot of games for them last year.
Stroud empty center pressure. Well, of course, just as we lost the O-line, down goes the quarterback. Cody Barton got after him. They're leading tackler out of the middle.
And here's what happened. They ran a play with the linebacker and the end, okay? So you'll see Barton comes up, Femi comes around. All right, so watch Barton 50 come up the field. He's going to pick the left tackle. He gets in, and Oladejo gets in. But it looks like there's a penalty against the Titans, which is just devastating. This has been the Titans' season. You have a sack, only their third sack all year. It's a terrific call by Denard Wilson, but down the field, Snead clearly tugging on to Nico Collins in the matchup we're watching. And you might say, hey, that's not much, but that's absolutely at least illegal contact there. That's, in my mind, akin to a mental for Snead.
They're down to a first down for the Texans against the most penalized team in the league. Short gainer up the middle. Critical for Tennessee to start cleaning some things up. Brian Callahan told us they had one of their best practices of the season. Phenomenal was the word he used on Thursday to get ready. And the early penalty helping out D'Amico Ryan's side. 10 per game at 87 yards.
And it's the silly ones like that that really kill you. I mean, they weren't even throwing the ball to Nico Collins. He had no time to get it off. It was a terrific scheme and result for the Titans defense. Goes from a huge positive for them to a negative.
Oh my God. Right up the middle from Jeffrey Simmons. Untouched, almost beat the ball to Stroud's hands for the sack.
This guy kills the Texans every time they play. Jeffrey Simmons, watch 98. Watch how quick he is off the snap. He is gone. I think they were trying to wham him with Goldie Schultz, which means the tight end comes and then blocks him. Absolutely no shot. Throw that play away and don't ever consider it again. Simmons is way too quick off the football.
Talked to us yesterday about his veteran leverage. He likes to move around to try and find a weak link up front. But after the sack, 3rd and 10. 4 guys coming. The pass spot at the 30. And they'll spot him at the 29, 4 yards shy, and it's 4th down. The pass complete to Christian Kirk.
Texans are going to kick a field goal. I think this is the right decision. You know, you would expect Fairbairn to make this. There's a lot of statistics out there about having a lead early in the game, the first team to score, and the advantage that puts you in.
Titans and Joey Sly had missed already from 41, and now Fairbairn for the lead from 47. Money. First stop for Houston. Stalls out, but they get some points up. 3-0.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, great to the deal lounge. With Prime Big Deal Days.
Your money.
Garner. I put tablets in my mind because I don't like it. Drive down, so I take a minute. I would go to the office, $80 like pussy pocket, that was a you take it for my whole body. Thank you. But the thing, yeah. Okay, you're a home, but
So what gonna
diamond. Also, that's bullshit. Pete's got on the side, never answer what yeah. Don't you hate the shy bitch? The shy bitch. You shy bitch. Change that name to bitch. That's right. So when she asks for money, when you put on piece of crab, bitch. Well, no way, she means that shit. Wonderful, I'm for sure. That's it. Okay, but my watch sick. Yeah, my watch sick. Yeah, my watch sick. And my not sick. I'm eating. Houston, Texas, and the Texans getting 3 points off of a penalty to help keep the drive alive. A monster mash from Jeffrey Simmons. The Tennessee side helped it stall out a bit. But Fairbairn, after the 47-yarder, will move towards DK. Chinway will scoop up and get it out across the 30-yard line. Here comes Cam Ward, and here comes Amanda Balionis.
Well, Beth, we all know football in Texas is different, but I'm not sure there's a better example of this. Take a look at this map. Cam Ward's from about an hour away from here. And the pastor of his hometown church realized that if they held their traditional Sunday service, 90% of the congregation wouldn't be there because they're going to be driving to the game, getting ready to watch at home. Michael Shapiro of the Houston Chronicle wrote an amazing story. He reported they actually moved that church service to Wednesday because over 1,200 people came up for the game. Me and Stoli, our cameraman extraordinaire, was out there, found the tailgate. They said there's actually more than 1,200. Pretty cool homecoming. And I'm sure there was an appropriate blessing before diving into the tailgate. So Columbia High School in West Columbia.
I don't think they ever moved church for me when I was playing. You must be pretty special if you get the church service moved. That's great, though, that he has that many people. And it's one of the things that's so cool about making it to this level is just how many people get a chance to live the experience vicariously through you. Who knows? He's representing all those folks in West Columbia.
Yeah, an outstanding basketball player as well. With the arm strength, football was his future. As Tony Pollard makes a push out across the 35, it's going to bring up third down here for Tennessee.
This is really where you make your money as a quarterback in the NFL. 3rd and 7. Keep your eye on, in particular, Oli Udoh, the right tackle, number 72, making his first start for the Titans. He's got Will Anderson over him. They better have a plan to protect Udoh. I think the plan is probably Gunnar Helm 84 right there to give him just a little bit of chip help on Udoh.
Incomplete. Intended for Tyler Lockett. It was NJ Stewart who got the start today after CJ Gardner-Johnson got released by the Texans midweek. But NJ had the coverage to force the punt.
They did a pretty good job actually picking it up. You'll see EJ Speed. He's going to go and they can twist around. It's not a great job by the offensive line, but it's enough to give Cam a chance to get rid of the ball. I like these second-level linebacker stunts we've seen from both teams. I also like that Cam was able to get rid of that and not take a sack.
Jalen Noel back to receive, and he'll make the fair catch. The rookie at the 15-yard line. 3-0. Texans over Titans.
Don't waste money on your business mobile plan.
Okay.
With the new My Biz plan for the Verizon business, choose exactly what you want and pay only for what you need. Right now, get our best price.
This is how we do. How we do it. I God. What keeps my voice?
You're in good.
Everybody needs a friend, like the best bull in the pregame wedding. Toro celebrating with longtime season ticket holders Laura and Alan. Got married down on the field here earlier today.
Our producer, Jonathan Siegel, said they registered at the team store. I don't know if he's joking or serious.
Their first play on a long and lengthy scoring drive of life. Well, now after scoring on their first possession, Texans back to work. And a terrific sign as Stroud finds Nico Collins for the first down.
Well, there's no coverage where Nico Collins coming from the left should be this open, right? He's by far their best receiver, and there's not a Titan defender within 10 yards. Let's see what happened. So Snead thinks it's zone coverage. It looks like the other guys are playing man, and you see this too often. Zone coverage, guys not being where they're supposed to be, or guys not staying connected with the receiver they're
to the ground and Woody Marks. It's been a tale of two sides of the football so far for the Texans. Let's take a ride. Defense, pretty good. But when you switch to the offense, that goal gets rubbed off. 12.7 points per game. That is last in the league.
Have you ever done that, Ben?
I have not had the pleasure.
Of riding a bull?
I have not.
I did it at my buddy's 40th birthday party. Did not fare well.
Yeah.
Might have done a little bit better earlier in the night. I think I waited until a little bit too late.
I can swing a lot of bull, Ross, but I can't ride a lot of bull. Well, another contention for Stroud is Xavier Hutchinson, the third-year man out of Iowa State.
Some really good signs here from the Texans. They're going on the ball again. This is Stroud's idea. He likes the up-tempo, and you feel like you have him on the ropes a little bit at times.
Short yardage, I'll hand it off to Marks. Nice putt for the first down as he slithers across midfield.
So some really good signs early in this game. from C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense. Stroud's getting the ball out of his hands quickly, Beth, which is something that Nick Caley wanted. They're staying out of second and long, third and long. It's been a lot of second and shorts, third and shorts, and Stroud is in total command with sometimes going up on the ball, calling plays at the line of scrimmage. He wanted more on his plate this year, and he got it.
Amazing when you're winning first down, how that opens up the rest of the playbook for Stroud and Caley. Incomplete there. Hey, don't forget, you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS. On deck, Baltimore at Kansas City coming up next. Crazy.
Who would have that? Anybody would have thought the Texans would be 0-3. I don't think anybody would have thought either the Ravens or Chiefs would be 1-3 at the end of the day.
Second gun. Here's Marks. Having an impact, the rookie out of Southern Cal, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago.
So this is always an interesting part of the field, Beth, because they're at the 44. It's 3rd and 4. So this is when, if you're D'Amico Ryans, you want to, there's a pretty good chance you got 2 plays here to try to get these 4 yards. What that does is that allows Caley to call a run here if he wants to, right? If he knows he has 2 plays, he could try to surprise the Titans, because the Titans are going to be flying upfield rushing the passer. So they have the opportunity to rush here if they know they're going to go for a foot.
Big ball inside the 40. It's Marks. Gets it. All down inside the 30. Hats off to Tay Ursery, the rookie left tackle, leading the way, along with Jake Andrews. As the first quarter comes to a close, 3-0 Texans, and they are on the move. Houston fans, get ready, inching closer to the red zone.
Coming to the stage this
Everybody jump, 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 jump. Everybody jump, 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 jump. Come on. I know this. I know. Now, all the way down from New York City, it's a bit more upgrade. I think it's just a bit. You know the you hit the back of my head. You know the I'm involved. I'm all sick of yo. But I got a chance here.
Yes, indeed. You can confirm Laura and Alan did hit up the merch on their wedding day after getting married down on the field pregame. On the move right now for Houston. And it's Nick Chubb. Still no word from the Texans. We asked about when we might see Joe Mixon back, Tank Dell back. Nothing new to report on that front for D'Amico Ryans.
Well, he did say Tank Dell was out running sprints, which is encouraging. Man, they are a different offense when that young man is out there. The connection that he has with CJ Stroud and has going back to their rookie year is special.
Nick Chubb, by the way, is now just 7 yards shy of 7,000 for his rushing career. After success and when the injury improved, Stroud going deep, incomplete. Had two guys down there, and he went for the tight end. I think that was Schultz who overthrew him, and CJ says that's on me.
Stroud is mad at himself. That's at least the second miss. You'll see left side of your screen, Schultz is just running down the field. He is wide open, and Stroud airmails it. That is a stunner. You know, watching him as a rookie, I couldn't believe how good of a passer he was. He actually reminded me a little bit of Troy Aikman. Had that fantastic rookie season with the 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's typically so accurate. You don't see him miss throws like that. You have to make one here on 3rd and long. Tell him to play.
Third down and takes a hit, holds on at the 25, and it'll bring up 4th down. Xavier Woods was right there to make the play, and the kicking unit will come back out.
Well done by the Titans to just play zone coverage and let them complete one of those underneath crossing routes and make the tackle. Now, I think this is the right decision again by D'Amico Ryans. 4th and 6 is too much to try to go for it at this point in the game.
Amy Fairbairn, 7 of 8 on the season, including a 47-yarder earlier. This one from 43. He is just true.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside. Because it does all your busy work for you. So you can get busy too. Your internet. Sure.
And Sonequa Martin Green, starring in Boston Blues, series premiere Friday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week. couple of Fairbairn field goals, 6-0. Texans and Titans both seeking their first win of the season. And Kaimi will kick it away for the third time to Chimre Dike. Dike from the 4. Cut down around the 22. Well, the NFL and the American Cancer Society created Crucial Catch because early cancer detection can save lives. So don't wait. Visit NFL.com/Crucial Catch to find your local cancer screening resources and learn how to reduce your cancer risks. This week, more than 50 breast cancer survivors and friends gathered for a special Survivors and Soap event hosted by Jamila Ryans, defensive end Dylan Horton, and the Houston Texans. Special initiatives celebrated around the NFL this week. Third time out there for Cam Ward. 9 plays, 52 yards. They've had it for about 5 minutes so far for their new play caller.
I think he's done a fine job so far. You know, it was interesting when we spoke with him this week. When he got the job with the Raiders 2 years ago, he spoke.
Asked about his game plan, Ross. Is it ball security, score points? Without the edge of making some noise so far. And there's a big hit for Tony Pollard to stay on his feet out there midfield.
Outstanding. Run over 10 yards this whole season. He came in carries. Hadn't been able to go after over very well blocked and a nice job by them. Already the run game has been more sustaining in this game. The first 3 for Tennessee.
Pollard with 37 yards, averaging over 7 a carry. Here's DK. Thought about throwing it. Hauled out of bounds at the 43 by Jalen Petrie, the nickelback.
Well, he wanted to throw that back to Cam Moore, but Daniil Hunter wasn't having it. Okay, watch Daniil Hunter, left side of your screen. He doesn't buy it. He is waiting for Cam Moore. So DK wants to try to throw it over there. Not happening. Actually made the right decision to tuck it away. That's a smart play by a rookie to not try to force that. Hardigree thought they could take a shot on a trick play. It didn't work. Kudos to Hunter, the veteran.
Loss of 4 on the play. Ward out of the gun. Tried to get it out to the edge for Okonkwo, and it's 3rd down and long.
So I don't understand how that happens sometimes. That's where Okonkwo was open, and it didn't look like he and Ward were on the same page. They need to be on the same page on plays like that, even if you just make it 3rd and 9. There are not very many good plays for 3rd and 14. I think the Texans will just play a soft zone here. They trust their 4-man rush. They're going to try to compel Ward to throw it short underneath rather than make it tackle.
He's hit on just one of his last 5 pass attempts. In trouble. There he goes. And it's 4th down.
It's another stunt. They've had a lot of success with their stunts so far. You're going to see Hunter and you're going to see Edwards. Watch this stunt. You got to pass it off, right? So Skoronski, he needs to see that earlier and not get eaten up by Hunter. Moore probably could have done a better job of putting it on Skoronski, but that's a 1st-round pick, a highly paid left tackle. Those guys need to be better in a situation like that. They're protecting the right side, Beth. The left side has to come through.
The pass rush so far, a leg up on the Titans. And no, there's some room to run. Ooh, hammered at the 40, and down he goes. That pass rush, so good. Hunter with over 100 in his career. Picks up one up there. If you live with diabetes, you're making decisions
Constantly.
Call me badass, and I'm trying to shoot. You ain't my equal, we ain't cheap, but I ain't wanted you. If I ain't, I grab my sheet, I'm up in lunch, paper. I see my mom fucking outside, we don't need paper. Now I'm the nipples up the shit. Intended clip. You niggas bitches, we red niggas with cheat code. We nuggets, we all got money, so if you all bring the crutches, we put them in the Dutchess. Look photo in the camera, look crystal in the I'm trying to sick as Beamer, I'm trying to sick as Magnum, I'm trying to sick as Charted House. And mine's started. I told you niggas say making me, or you get stretched in the streets. I'm the day that you go to the stick for praying with a beach. Me and my entertainment, that's my love that. It's love. Niggas don't shit my house, but ain't no motherfucking trunk that we smart with this shit. We got retarded with this shit. You up in my shoe, I said it all up in the clip. Nigga, I don't think it's bitch don't make us fit it, I don't think it's motherfucker. Fit it on my head, I don't go. Bitch don't make us fit it on, I don't think it's motherfucker. Fit it on, you jumping like a dog. We don't put you on that wall. Fit it on, fit it on, click it on, we don't get on it. And I be thugging, I be fresh, I be super clean. With goofy shades, with some change you ain't never seen. The race car shaggy with about 80 fucking friends, with the car man. Holy sewer, it's the class. Y'all paying attention, nigga. We spinning on y'all niggas. I'll savage from the back. I'm supposed to hit it on these train. You know what I'm talking. I learned from the street. I'm home with my feet. Never turn on my feelings. I'm up. Came out my mama. I've been through the rain and the pain. Now I'm a good motherfucker. I heard a motherfucker say it off in this bitch. Y'all niggas talking in this bitch. We talking in this shit. And I rub real well. Trying to jail, come home and sit in on and get your mail. I'm for the evil law. Don't get you a call about my believe me, I'm a First and 10 for the Texans with a 6-0 lead, a couple of field goals. Stroud knocked down as he tried to fire it down the middle, and CJ is slow to get up. Looked like he took a shot to the midsection. Cedric Gray was the rusher.
Initially, it was a good blitz pickup by Chubb, but then Stroud got rocked by Gray. So much admiration for Stroud and any quarterback. I don't know how those guys do it best, where they step right up into a blitzing rusher like that, knowing they're about to get blasted.
Second out of 10, they'll run it with Chubb. Picks up a couple into the arms of Sebastian Joseph Day. If nothing else, it has been a cleaner start today for the Texans.
Well, that's what everybody talked to us about on Friday, right? Whether it was D'Amico Ryans or CJ Stroud, the offensive coordinator Nick Caley. Play a clean game, not get behind the sticks. 20 minutes in, they have no penalties. Unfortunately, they're still in the third and long here on this down. Keep your eyes on Jeffrey Simmons. They got him over the right guard.
We double team him. The throw underneath out across the 45 will be a couple yards shy. Dalton Schultz on the catch. Roger McCreary had the coverage, and it's fourth down.
A little surprised that there's some scattered blues here. I mean, it's fourth and a long two. They're on their side of the field. They have a lead. I don't think you want to take a chance here and give the Titans outstanding field position and any kind of momentum. With the way this Texans defense is playing, I'd punt it away too.
Yeah, the Titans just 66 total yards thus far in their possessions. Tommy Towns. around the 10. Let's see where they stay out of bounds. At the 8-yard line. Cam Ward in his homecoming to the Houston area. Back to work.
With the new IHOP Value Menu,
Do it big, nigga. Do it big, nigga. Do it big, nigga. Yeah. Frank, I can ball. Do it, guys. Do it, guys. Wait. I'm a third. Like, I mean, glad pull up. Next, I'm always copy. Cadillac, the Alabama, Grammy and Grammy, please, my one of your knees. You know I'm hot, I'm the down sleep with Mr. Magic and rap blowing some on me and mine. I call my cook because it's safe out. It's like my brother lucky, not the queen. I like my nigga peace. But I'm a piece of a cotton monkey, a low key nigga, you know me. I ain't no time to take it back and then your hips go back. Please, I'm a post name, never blow. The boat is not what it changed. But dog, I love all and I do it right. Do it big, nigga. Do it big, nigga. Train. I supposed to stop, but I can't. I'm a dog. I love home. And I'm addicted to money. All these old do
Last possession, his Texans are up 6-0 on the Titans, who have dropped 9 games in a row. Their last win was here in this building, Thanksgiving week, last fall. They've actually won 5 of their last 6 trips here. Struggling so far to get the offense humming. Pollard has been one of the bright spots.
It doesn't sound like much, Beth, but even just getting 4 yards on first down, that enables Bo Hardigree, the new play caller, to call whatever he wants here. Right? You can't really call a play action pass on 2nd and 12 and think that the defense is going to buy it. Here on 2nd and 6, they could absolutely run it again. Any type of play pass is still in the game plan here. Maybe he'll put it in Billy.
So far, just one target to Calvin Ridley. Off the Philly fake. Trying to find some room. Sidearms it downfield incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the intended receiver. Let's check in with the studio on Adam Shine.
Now take a look at this. Justin Herbert back to pass, and it's Dexter Lawrence, first career interception. Almost takes it to the house, to the 3-yard line of the Chargers. Giants will kick a field goal. New York 10-0. Back to you.
Big fell on the run, Ross.
To a big 6. You don't get a much bigger than Dexter Lawrence. 3rd and long again.
Look on the release, incomplete. A flag all the way across the field here on the near side. And it's going against Tennessee.
Illegal formation. I'm 72. Penalty. It's worked down.
That's the new starter, Udo, and a pre-snap penalty.
Well, not only was he lined up in the backfield, but watch this set. He way oversets and lets Anderson come underneath him. That is bad. I mean, they are lucky, very lucky, that Cam Ward got rid of that ball as quickly as he did. Otherwise, Will Anderson would have racked up another set.
On his away from Johnny Hecker, Noel all the way over to the near sideline and immediately rocked up and thrown down at the 35 by Marcus Harris after the 49-yard punt. Folks, I've seen a thing or two. But these restrictions.
Still. It's not going to be any time. Hoping for the best. See what a pretty figure.
Tower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. They started early in Dublin. Pittsburgh, a winner over Minnesota. On the ground, and busting through to the second line of defense was Woody Marcus.
We didn't touch on it yet, Beth, but both teams made some very interesting transactions this week, to say the least. The Titans traded Jarvis Brownlee to the Jets. Brownlee's a young, talented player who had played a bunch here. The Texans on the other side, they released Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. We asked both head coaches whether or not, it was a wake-up call or sending a message. They said no. They didn't think the guys were a good fit for what they were doing here, although Callahan didn't allow that it might have been an indirect message to the team.
Marcus driving out across the 45 with a flag. You've been in the locker room and in the meeting rooms after those kind of moves. So how did you interpret that if you're a player on one of these two teams?
Holding. Offense. For 71. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, whether it's supposed to be a wake-up call or sending a message or not, Titus Howard not happy, by the way. He's been playing very well with that holding call. He was working against Jeffrey Simmons. But Beth, when you cut a starting player or trade a starting player after 3 weeks, trust me, guys take notice. I think it was my rookie year in Washington where Marty Schottenheimer cut Jeff George, our starting quarterback, after the second game. I mean, those type of moves send shockwaves in the locker room.
After the penalty,
throw on 2nd and 16 to find Dalton Schultz as tight end. Quandre Diggs on the coverage.
Well, and that penalty on Howard now puts the Texans in 3rd and long, which is what they've been avoiding. Texans fans probably not happy with me right now because they think I jinxed them, saying that they hadn't had any penalties through the first 20 minutes. 3rd and 10, Nick Caley knows that it's likely if the Titans are going to get pressure, it's going to come from Jeffrey Simmons. You see, they got Barton is up, and Simmons is walking around right now. 98 Simmons is walking around.
That's Collins and Snead next up to the bottom of your screen. Marks out of the backfield, stumbles forward. He's close, but he appears to be a yard shy at the 46.
Now,
4th down and 1.
Yeah, this is a little bit more of a decision now because this is 4th and I'm going to call it 1.5. So they're bringing in the heavy package. Remember, they put Johnson on IR this week, their fullback. So they loved Johnson. They used him all the time, but he's no longer available. So now they do have British Brooks, who's been the other fullback.
Tight end in motion, Marks. 1st down. Good push from the left side. And that will keep the drive alive, approaching 5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, nice job by the left guard, but especially the center and right guard. Ingram and Andrews got some significant movement. That's D'Amico Ryan showing faith in those guys, and it paid off. Defensive-minded coaches like Ryan, they're hesitant to do that sometimes. You don't want to give the opposition good field position or any type of momentum, especially with how well Houston's playing on defense, but they wanted to go for it. This is a good time to take a shot here if you're Houston.
Staying on the ground with Chubb. That time they set up with a tight end in the backfield out to the 50. Amanda?
You guys talk about messages to the team. Well, CJ Stroud had his own message. He mandated some extra film sessions that the entire offense walked together. And he told us there was a moment where a guy on the team came up to him and said, "We're going to win this week." And Stroud said, "No, we're going to win every play on Sunday. And that will allow us to reach the bigger goal." It's a great example of how he and this offense are resetting the standard and attention to detail.
Sounds like a coach. That's what the coaches would say. No, we're going to win one play at a time. He threw a lot of cliches out to us on Friday, but he said, listen, it's the truth.
It's the middle. And it's caught for a 1st down to Hutchinson. I think his best line might have been the one he got from Case Keenum when he was a rookie. Coach calls it, we ball it.
Hutchinson at the top of the screen working against Jalen Armour Davis, one of those two guys playing corner for Tennessee with Brownlee now with the Jets. It's Armour Davis and it's Darrell Baker. And Hutchinson, they drafted a couple of young guys out of Iowa State this year, but Hutchinson, the late round pick, year 3 Iowa State receivers, got holding those guys off, including Higgins.
Catching passes from Brock Purdy and Rocco Becht. In Ames, and a timeout called by Stroud. 3:03 to go in the half. We're back in 30 seconds.
All right. Same thing?
Yep. This is our year.
If getting AT&T's best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without needing the most expensive plan taught me anything, it's that switching things up can be a good call. So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Ooh.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan now required.
Boy, getting back to what you and Amanda were talking about, Stroud, year 3, sounds like that veteran. The understanding, he knows he's one of the older guys, one of the more tenured guys now on that offensive side. With all the changes to their O-line, with the changes in their wide receiver room, with Mixon and Dell still yet to return. Got a couple of 1st downs on this drive where they've moved into Titans territory.
The plays like that, I wonder whether or not Stroud has the opportunity to call an audible. They said he's got all the freedom at the line of scrimmage. whether it's with the protections or the run game, the Titans looked back like they had two deep safeties. And then right before the snap, they rotated one safety down, ended up having an extra guy against the run. That becomes really tough for the offensive line.
Second down and 11 here. Good balance. Almost 50-50 run to pass so far in this first half. Stroud has to step up. And down he goes. Arden Key, the first guy there to gobble him up.
It was pretty decent protection initially. You'll see eventually Arden Key will get in there. But I thought Stroud did a nice job actually stepping up, navigating the pocket. He wanted to throw it to Marks, but Cedric Gray, the linebacker, was right behind Marks. So he had to eat it.
Got another timeout with a big third down coming up for the Texans on the other side.
Sucks you have to work on a Sunday.
Does it though? What dogs?
When this thick brain gripper from Houston face that boss, but it draw no flex. I'm straight up out of that switch house where G that's right, all the chicks so taking it. The rich, I'm violent status from hidden time. Jury shops have no grills than George Foreman. Maybe now you know that ain't an EQ, that's my watch, and that ain't no, baby, that's my chain. That's not an ice tray, that's my teeth, and that's the snow cone, that's my range. That ain't Kool-Aid, look in my cup, I stay. But Lord, I stay flipping and slip on posts, cause I'm a hustle till I'm in the store. My wrist game is one of a kind, petty fleet work for 100K. My work schedule out on the block is man out night and grind out day. No 401K for a hustler, just be the block and shake that paper. MOB when it come to hoes and a fourth child when it come to haters. Be out there in class like counterfeit. Got a 600 BM to the power kick. Got hoes at the HA in the trick. Out running the tricks and I'm be rich. Too legit to quit. Stacking up that paper. Said I'm down and so I'ma be working with really. Split is riding 20 inches up better as phone.
It goes for the then goes I chunk up the juice for I chunk up the juice for the salt and the streets. Chunk up the juice for the
Sponsored by Official pizza sponsor of the NFL and FanDuel. Play your game.
Back here at NRG Stadium, third down coming up near midfield. What are you thinking, Ross?
Well, 3rd and 17, the likelihood of converting that really small. My guess is that the Texans throw something underneath just to kind of get a more manageable field goal attempt, kind of make it a 2-score game. Changing the protection because it's showing pressure.
We're going to go get to the 40 at least. And he's the catch is made. Did he stay in bounds? Nico Collins? Yes, he did. He's about a yard shy of the line to gain. And as they checked to see if Nico's feet got down, C.J. Stroud was once again slow to get up. You see him there in the background of that play, taking another hit.
We are under 2 minutes, which means this is not a coach's challenge situation. This is a booth review. And I think they are correctly taking another look at this. He's dragging the right toe. When does he catch it? He catches it right there. Is he still dragging the right toe when he catches it? It's hard to tell.
They'll take a closer look as we take a break here in Houston.
With Hotels.com, members save up to 20% with back discount.
I'm crying like out of here. He could ice get in your blood. I said, home field trumpet juice. Running set up in hockey juice. Praise field just hit the right side, let it go. Independent field chasing fuck. 22s on course of the truck. I don't chase it, your big old butt. Get it playing with them big old left. Hit the club with my chain right. Host rocking with chains right. Did a thing the same night. Always talking it's all right. Cut the I run my mouth. Roll the green like I'm playing golf. We going now, representing the North and South.
I choose the juice for the south and the north. Then those men, I choose the juice for the south and the north. Juice for the south and the north. On the streets, chug up the juice for the south and the north.
I propose all the figures represented till I'm now in the regions was in the leg was a rolling, but they came and been thanks. In this, even though I'm on you, neither I
For the legs, young, right? We take all the things, white hair, all the streets. I won't put you a league. Now, hey, chunk up the juice for the south and the north. I chunk up the juice for the south and the north.
The ruling field on the Nico Collins catch, I wasn't sure if there was going to be enough to overturn it. Indisputable visual evidence, but it really all comes down to where they deem him having possession of the ball, and they deem by the time he had it, that 1 foot was up in the air.
So instead of 4th and 1 and a chance to keep the drive alive, put it away. With 1:48 to go, the Titans with all 3 of their timeouts. The other notable on that last play for the Texans was the 3rd big hit of the day inflicted upon Stroud. Just kind of fell funny there and was slow to get up.
Kind of got rolled up a little bit, and he reached right away for that right knee. Let's take another look at it. RDT kind of falls on the back. It's a good sign that he's already looking at the tablet on the sideline.
A good sign, too, that Calvin Ridley is back out there for the Titans. He was the motion man. They'll run it up the middle. Ridley targeted just once. Isle Manor targeted just once. They have not had the complement to the run game so far today.
This is what I always call no man's land, where neither team wants to call timeout yet until things define themselves a little clearer.
Ward working on that 2-minute drill. Van Jefferson with the catch. We're going to move the chains for him. First down.
Cam Ward likes tempo. He's up on the ball now.
He's certainly operated the tempo last year against Indy, that's for sure.
Four guys coming. Ward delivers to a cut roll. Short gainer, though. The clock will continue to move. Kamari Lassiter had the coverage. Timeout called here by Tennessee. They'll have 2 left. Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Nate, Matt Ryan, Coach Cowher, all the latest from around the NFL today. That's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
Teams like to get that first down before they decide when to use their timeouts. Talking with Brian Callahan yesterday, he talked about their Saturday game management meeting, where they go over all these scenarios and situations where they want to kick a field goal from, when and how they want to use their timeouts.
85 yards of total offense so far in the first half for Tennessee. Back shoulder throw is incomplete. They've only had 4 plays so far across midfield this afternoon.
And on that one, he was not on the same page with his buddy, Iamaner. You know, to complete a back shoulder throw, as you can see, they're trying to get to the 40-yard line. Joey Sly has a big leg. Obviously, they attempted 64 and 62-yarders last week.
Third down and 6.
Will Anderson, he's at the bottom of the screen, rushing against the right tackle.
Ward across the middle for a first down all the way to the 40-yard line of the Texans to Calvin Ridley. And then second timeout called.
Boy, there's a lot of good stuff there. A lot of good stuff. Started with them helping the right tackle with Gunnar Helm, the tight end. I like the route combination. Stingley is trying to cover Ridley there. But Ridley is a smooth route runner. Cam saw some pressure, put it right on him. Ridley caught it with his hands. That is what they need. With the money that Calvin Ridley's making, he needs to be the guy that comes through for them in third downs like that.
3 seasons with over 1,000 yards, off to the slow start. Talked about how he was frustrated, upset that he hadn't gotten off to a better start. Makes the nice play there to give Tennessee a chance to pick up some points before the half.
If you're the Texans on defense, you want outside leverage. You don't want the Titans to catch a ball going out of bounds.
Ward. Touchdown. Lassiter was there on the coverage. 34 seconds to go.
This is what Iamaner does, contested catches, but look at Lassiter. Hit the left hand. He tried to rake it out with the right hand. He tugged with the left. Man, was Lassiter a good pick from Nick Caserio. He is just a good player. He gets targeted a lot, being opposite Stingley, but no quit, no panic on that play.
Good strip out by Kamari. Ward across the middle. Fought for a first down inside the 30. It's Iamaner.
You don't want to use that last time out now. So the Titans will either get on the ball and spike it or call play.
Spike it is to stop the clock at 21 seconds.
So you want to keep the last time out so that the middle of the field is open, or if the quarterback gets sacked, you still have plenty of time to get a field goal off. So that was the right job there by Brian Callahan and Cam Ward to go ahead and spike that football.
And let's see if it's better clock management and kick management at the end of this first half than last week for Tennessee.
Well, it'd be hard to know after last week.
Yeah. Missed an opportunity to get points, ultimately allowed the Jags to get some instead. Ward, that was deflected, almost picked. Somebody tipped it at the line, and it's third down and 10.
Almost got intercepted after Settle, 98, right side of your screen, just gets a few fingers on it. There is the K-ball guy. By the way, I talked to a bunch of people this week. I still never got clarity as to exactly what happened last week. The K-ball guy was there. He had the ball. I'm not sure why the officials didn't put that into play. Wouldn't be surprised if the Titans had it off here.
They'll do just that. Pollard spinning his way down inside the 25.
So the reason why they ran it there, they want to take it all the way down to 3 seconds. There's the K-ball guy. He got it in. He was ready. He looked like he was ready to me last week, Beth. I'm still not sure what happened in that situation. The K-ball guy was right there with the ball.
It was a Jags timeout, then a Tennessee timeout, then the K-ball incident that resulted in a delay of game, and then Sly's field goal attempt was blocked.
Let's give credit where it's due. As you see Bones Fossil, the special teams coordinator for the Titans, every part of that operation right there was well done. Because, there's some Titans fans thinking, why didn't they throw it there? Because the odds are, even if you throw it there, you're really just going to get a shorter field goal. You'd rather take it all the way down and be able to end the half with your field goal attempt.
Not a guarantee because Sly has already missed from 41 today. It was 43. And he did it again. Pushed it right.
Oh boy.
0 for 2 in the first half, and the 0 stays on the board for Tennessee.
This is like soccer. The Texans kicker made both of his. The Titans kicker missed both of his, and as a result, you can see Bones can't believe it. He missed it again.
Career 81% for Sly, but he's 0 for 2, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Texans. Here's D'Amico Ryans with an end-up.
Coach, CJ's been slow to get up after being sacked a few times in the first half. How do you keep him upright in the second?
Yeah, we got to agree one of them.
Arms up, Houston, we ride. Banners leave our arms up in the sky. Let's be clear. Let's go.
And from your local station. Markham Cab dripped up at the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab on the best 5G network, baby.
No way.
It's hilarious. No way. I mean, like 5 more person. Wait, it was about the iPhone? Come on.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
Justin Hartley returns in Tracker, October 19th, part of CBS Premiere Week. Newest munchie meal is a real monster. 2 terrifyingly huge monster tacos, a monster mozzarella stick, curly fries, nuggets, and a color-changing cup. You can run, but come on, Stan. Get so much more.
Vivint is for you. So you can have a smarter way to care. Smarter. Secure. G.
Rick. Baltimore tap out wrong. Can they be together on the defensive side as well? Make plays. That's the ball in matchup. Are going to be the key to this game. Lamar Jackson already getting this KC toys. Needs more time. Will be pressure.
Here, because this is with the Rockers. He's gonna get back in six. Wasn't Texas. Are there. You know, the other side we have is the from the teams, but and turnovers are obvious. Derrick Henry has stumbled the ball in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah.
Just wonder how he's going to run today. Is it going to be somewhat holding that ball a little bit more secure? Because we're going to be a huge man. So he has to worry about.
I'm 20% accuracy. I ain't gonna break the rule. I ain't gonna take the sanity. My sister, Lord. No, 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 no,
Look at the game.
no, no. Right in the sea. They go where you go. Right? Taking breath, still on the side. Things on the world, get a bit ready. I'm really getting one here, right? Stop, count the money, count the money. Take all the money, I got the people there looking for the God, pray. See, there's an old saying, when the praise Lord, it's really coming down. I got some people in the God, I'm on the gun, listen now. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, yeah. Come on, I got people in the church smoking weed, but I got no people in the night, but I'm no early Sunday morning, 4:30. I got some people here coming on the $10 money, so I'm just going in. That's all done. I'm seeing time to see them on the road, doing the same thing. Well, no, 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 no.
And welcome back to Kansas City and the Verizon halftime report.
Horns up, horns up, horns up. It's live. Red Jake's getting filled. You can spin the beats, heavy, keep it trail. Twins on the field, but the party here is real, red, white, deep steel, blue flags in the sky. From each sky to the we ripping that. There's no limits on the pond when the horns go up. No, we number one. Music, we started. Horns up, horns up, horns up. It's right. He's so great. We set Cruise quicker, but they can't keep the same face from the get off. You're the last where we down. They should strong, stand tall, stay proud. Horse of tailgaters, the legend been made. Sundays, what a memory. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Yeah, so I think that's a problem. Expected in that game. Both offenses struggling, defenses playing well. In the other game in Atlanta,
You remember? If I get famous, I'm a city out here. I'm gonna fight to say it. You remember? So if I get famous, I'm a city out here. And that's I got money on my brain. I can they say, yo, T, where your ass? Stop walking, smelling like, call my rock, I'm an AK, I'm a shot, it's in the track, I'm a sound like NBA to the baby. These fools ain't got no flow like me. I'm gonna hit them with some shit, they gonna talk to me. I'm gonna tell you, like, I see, man, shit like a three king, this song from the back now, nigga, like a cheese. Like, I gotta let it sing, take the head off, I'm gonna knock out the team.
Who can stand up and demonstrate? I want to clock that time. You know what? My past look to the rest.
I get it. We're on music 2 minutes, yeah.
Bro, listen, sing, like a limousine, go with the sing, are you hotter than the green, oh, it's gangster in my dream, like in my dream, they're like, what the fuck you mean, when you say you off the lane, if you remember, throw the finger, I don't care if I get famous, I'ma still be out here, fingers, if you remember, throw the finger, I don't care if I get famous, I'ma still be out here, fingers, all these guys certified, I'm in Houston with my kind, we got one, go out. On every line till I'm fire. Having back-to-back shows. In the Rex on me right now. Don't give up with no face. No matter of fact, we one on right now. Say these bitches freaking and keep I beat the pussy like I'm about to I get the lows of the boat for the so you want my message and my this shit get dirty. I ain't no playing. I'm standing member. High rank. If you standing on what you rip, then twist your fingers like sign language. If you remember, throw the finger. I don't care if I get famous. I'ma still be out here. If you remember, throw the finger. I don't care if I get I'ma still be out here.
Only because I want to beat the traffic.
Before the sleepovers the next day, that's what the kids are.
You're a Notre Dame guy. I'm from Texas.
There's never compromise. What? I mean, how can you call yourself a sports fan without Xfinity? You got multi-view.
That's college and pro games all in one place. I'm not going anywhere.
If you try to pass it,
and money for the rest of the year. She's really done. He's not fresh. He is near. Clear. Yeah, got them haters out here walking. That's what it is. I'm rebuking niggas pulling blame. Not a stain in this slab shit running my vein. All the pain, nigga, welcome to the Lone Star. Check the clip. This is my project. We take control. Kiss me like just like a wow. Texas tatted on my arm, Houston tatted on my back. I'm waiting for the text, stuck of being repping that style. In this underground, I got a lot of plaques. There's cars for these Texas balls, better check the sketches, still holding. Beating up every road I'm rolling. 13 cars, hell now, none stolen. We some living legends, yeah, we moving like a house. 20 plus, and still ain't fell out. Texas. But we was waiting. See, when you was just a necklace, where everybody plug is their uncle or a Mexican, or a medicine to fight they pain when they stress it. To make it out the pen in my state, it's a blessing. Graduate, transfer, or celebrate, that's a legend. Where you might end up with 4 kids, man, these girls out here dressing how they do this, man. Line, all the viewers, man.
So you're 58 points in the board. What adjustments are you looking for from this offense in the second half?
Just gonna make a couple more plays in the passing game. We picked it up there now. A little more consistency so we can go put some more points on the board.
Expecting more up tempo?
I would hope so, yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Amanda. Finding a way to win. That's what
Brian Callahan talked about with us this week, and they're still in it despite the bagel on the board thus far. Texans with the football to start things off, and a rumble from Nick Chubb of 11 yards for a first down. And congratulations to Nick, now over 7,000 in his career. He joins Jim Brown and Joe Perry and Jamal Charles, 7,000 yards rushing with an average of better than 5 yards per carry.
That's incredible, isn't it? 5 yards per carry in the NFL is just ridiculous. And, you know, in Cleveland, there were years where it felt like they didn't have much of a passing game, which makes it even more impressive. For him, look, he's not the guy he used to be before the serious injury. He might be good enough.
Noel, out of jet sweep, out to the 44-yard line. Or the rookie out of Iowa State.
Well, he's the speed guy, right? They're trying to get the ball to his hands in space. There's a reason why he's the punt returner. That's just a creative way to try to get the ball in his hand. The Titans did an excellent job there being ready for that jet sweep.
C.J. Stroud in that first half was 10 of 14 passing, 82 yards.
But he did have a couple of critical misses, especially the one to Schultz. That should have been a touchdown.
They've gotten it inside the 30-yard line a couple of times. Drives stall out. Amy Fairbairn with a couple of field goals. This time it's Nick Chubb as receiver.
Look at him laughing. You know, Chubb's never been known as a receiver. To be out there split out wide, and then they throw a comeback route to him. He's kind of chuckling. That was not how he was used in Cleveland. If anything, it would have been check downs or screens. Brings up another 3rd and short situation. Look for the Titans to try to get penetration up the field.
2 for 8 in the first half on 3rd down. Remember, they came into the game worst in the NFL, and they'll convert there with Chubb down inside the 45.
Well, they got some penetration, but the Texans' right side, look at that. Nice job by Hutchinson, the receiver, to just throw Xavier Woods into the backfield there. Chubb had good eyes to go outside the wide receiver's block. You don't know how that thing's going to unfold. You're kind of expecting the receiver to just try to dig him out. But with the Titans slanting like that, Hutchinson took him where he wanted to go. Chubb bounces outside. That's good football.
4 plays, 26 yards, moving it on their first possession of the half. Mark's able to bounce to the edge and picks up extra yardage down to the 36.
Well, the more they can run the ball, the more they can stop C.J. Stroud getting smashed. First, it was Jeffrey Simmons, then Cedric Gray. Cedric Gray gave him a heck of a lick. Then Arden Key off the edge. As you see them give the ball to Woody Marks again. They like this young rookie running back. His usage is going up every week.
And here they go again, deep into the playbook. 3rd and shorts. They've got another one. Quick to snap. Marks met in the backfield and he's stopped. And it's 4th down. Jeffrey Simmons leading the charge.
Well, and after you lose yardage on 3rd down like that, I think you got to kick it here on 4th down and make it a 2-score game. Right now, D'Amico Ryans is leaving the. Okay, now here they go. For a second there, it looked like he was going to leave the offense out there. Even if he did that, I would have thought it would just be a hard count. The crowd is booing. This is 1,000% the right decision. Fairbairn has been money so far in this game. Your defense hasn't given up any points, and if you can make it a 2-score game, you have to do that.
This would be his long on the season, a 54-yard attempt. No.
And that's why they should have gone for it, Beth. No, that's please. Your way. Right.
Like a relentless need, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Wait, what's possible? Tremfya, rapid clean and 4 weeks. Many people experience remission in Harlem and even result in years.
Everybody ran it, but you aware. Everybody ran it, but you still have to wait. This is it's all we throwing folks on the big kind of shit. Swinging the same like the fingers were here, but we don't shit on site, baby, because that's the same. And our beverages when they drink, we hit. Consultation will make it and big thing together. We keep this shit here. I especially no business. Okay, if you feel it, make sure that you coming correctly. I house and beaches, big dogs and no leashes. I bet it's a bone getting better. What we got all the kind of thing, you know, damn body don't get by no evidence. Y'all here really ready to kill your black wings, the bathroom, the jewelry, the cars, the clothes, the homes, everything that y'all do in your pennies. Like the benders were here, but we put shit on site, baby, could I steer? Say now you think grab almost saying, cause shit you're not seeing the streets and they bad. Touching on business, just trying to survive. That's how we get it down here in the south. Everybody got some guns in the couch. Everybody got some guns in their mouth. Everybody got a speaker system with a beat in their trunk when they cruise out the block, cause they serving their war for it. Out here in the south, they're killing, they really go to war for it. Niggas kicking your door forward. Then we buzzing your way, get put on. Hey man, I'm claiming don't come but it seems like the white ready to bang that ice. Yeah, but it be yeah, it's hard.
Strong score this season. The Cares.
More to work with. Their best drive of the day was at the end of that first half. They had a chance to put points up, slowing this for the second time.
First touchdown wins, maybe?
Might be. Of course, certainly the Titans understand that as good as this the Texans defense has been through three quarters, they have struggled in the fourth quarter of their three losses.
I'd like to see the Titans continue, the up-tempo offense that they have at the end of the game last week and the end of the first half this game.
Hung his way down inside the 45.
That left side of the line, Dan Moore got a good down block and then pulled around with Skaronski, pushing back, good block. That's the second time the Titans have been able to pop a nice run with Tony Pollard. This is the best they've run the football all year, and that's given them a chance. 6.4 yards a carry, by far the best in the rushing game this season.
On first and 10, Pollard caught in the backfield by Jalen Petrie. The Houston native, the product of Stafford High, got 20 minutes away.
Petree's going to come from the left. He times up the step perfectly. You don't even see him yet. And then right when the ball snapped, here he comes. The Titans didn't see him. No answer for him. That is what Jalen Petrie does. Last week, he had 3 passes defense and an interception. Man, talking with Texans D coordinator Matt Burke, he got emotional talking about Petrie. He said everything you want in a player and a person.
Loss of a couple. Ward waiting. Incomplete. Trying to find Chestnut out of the backfield. EJ Speed was right there with him. Third down and long.
So here's the deal, Beck. He had time there. That's a good example there. I think the offensive line has done an okay job in this game so far. But on that instance, nobody was open. Brings up third and really long. You saw Fossil. He's talking with Callahan. I think they want to know where they'll even attempt a field goal on fourth down, given that Sly has 2 misses from the 40s. They should probably be more aggressive here.
Ward 7 of 18 today. Instead, into the belly of Chestnut, and he'll go nowhere. Speed, the first guy there, and it's fourth down.
Well, so much for aggressive. I don't understand that. Maybe they thought that they could surprise the Texans and sneak one by them, but it was third and forever for Hardegree. Really did not like that call.
So the punting unit will come on for the Titans. No, we're back inside his own 10-yard line. And over and no, will step up to greet it. More of a fair catch at the 17. 7:46 to go here in the third. 6-0. Houston.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. So get them this week. Let religion like freedom really.
Really counting the millions, you know how long it took me. I'm an H-Town legend, gonna take a little before me. Supposed to stand over his hand and rock me a Christian. First money, now we're taking. I'm running the way when they can't talk to me no more. When they say got something to be, don't get back with me from one in the face. I got a bodyguard now, we right behind me. When I got kisses in my veins, when I'm Vegas, Chan, Butler, get a more guard. Oh, get my nigga, get some men, I thank you. But them I choose. So when I was open,
Really, anything more. This has a real problem. I understand what this means.
Still flexed out. When put your crib and gas out. You a bozo, put it low. I take him. Some of us put that gun in his mouth. On the top of social media, gun down and out people. He's straight up. I'm a shit out. Juice come to work. Put him in the big car. I go in my out straight words. And I'm an X7 older six. Juvenile citizen, and I'm taking out all the little snitch. He was in my hoodie first. We gonna hit him. Right my right again. She's in the spot. If you want some attention, look better, you gotta hit. Because I actually gonna just like gang back and keep the fingers off. Like my are you better? I ain't spill something. Is he on? This crackhead's gonna put brakes on his legs. I don't know. Oh no, I heard that I told you. I'm real fast. You a bozo. Put that gun in this one. I think who's coming to work. Milk works. Put him in the big car. Go in my and out of the
6-0 our score. Houston over Tennessee. 294 total yards combined so far for the two clubs. Thompson will back across the middle to Christian Kirk out to the 20. Cedric Gray, we've been calling his name a lot defensively, had to stop after a short game. The quest continues, Ross, for a red zone trip. Neither side has been there yet today.
Red zone. More like dead zone, am I right?
Yeah.
That was a dad joke, but I'm trying to keep it entertaining here.
Quality dad jokes.
I'm trying to keep it entertaining. It has been good defense, I will say that. Not as many penalties too for these teams, which is a positive.
Harps able to carry Martin for a couple of extra yards, and he'll pick up the first down.
That's the ironic thing too, is it feels like both teams are running the ball better than they have this whole season.
Yeah.
So they're running the ball better. They're not having as many penalties, but we still don't have a red zone trip yet.
Up to 89 yards rushing. And that's close to the game average for the Texans. Gray with a nice stick on Marks at the 35.
Well, I like that right there. I know that doesn't seem like much, but Stroud got through his progression quickly. 1 and 2 weren't there. He came down to Marks' check down, got 9 yards. That's good quarterback play.
Stroud. Gonna run for it. He'll slide out across the 40. And he's got the first down at the 41.
Woody Marks, how about this? You want to get some attention as a rookie? Watch Woody Marks on this play. Bam! I mean, he unloads on Quandre Diggs. Super impressive by a rookie running back to have that type of blitz pickup.
That's going to be a good moment for him and film study tomorrow. Close to the 10. Texans on the move. Sharp in the Tennessee territory, running bounds at the 43, and it's another first down that's going to come back due to a penalty.
Holding for 16. Still first down.
That's the center, Jake Andrews, taking away a big gainer.
All right, look at him right in the middle of your screen, 60. He's working against Lynch, 97. I think he's okay until right here when Lynch tries to make the tackle. They're going to say that Andrews pulled him down. Where's his right hand?
Wow.
I'm heavily biased. Yeah, I don't love the call, but I am admittedly biased as a former offensive lineman.
So instead of a 16-yard gain, it's 1st and 20, all the way back inside the rank 31. Dropping it off to Marks on the screen. We got a chunk of that back, maybe. There's another flag.
I swear I jinxed him again. I just said the positive was that not as many penalties, and they're running it better, and now here they're going backwards again.
Pass interference.
Oh, goodness.
Still first.
That's Harrison Bryant.
The Texans coaching staff is not happy about that because it's a screen, which means he was downfield blocking before the ball was thrown.
That's 27 yards in the right direction that have come back and gone in the opposite direction on these last two plays.
1st and 30. All right, we need 10 yards of play here if you're the Texans. Bang.
Marks will not get there. Jeffrey Simmons once again. He told us this week, I demanded from our captains the best players need to play better. Well, he's done just that.
He is absolutely doing that. Watch Simmons working against the left guard. Just olays him. That's a tough block. It's a man-on-man block at the point of attack. Scruggs is worried about Simmons' power, and Simmons knows that, so he gives him a little club arm over. That's why he is so tough to deal with. He's got the power and the quickness.
Stroud going deep. Three. He gets 36.
What Snead is thinking there? I mean, Snead didn't try to get hands on him at the line of scrimmage, and he just let Nico Collins run right by him. I guess he knows who Nico Collins is now.
That's who.
I mean, that is unacceptable. 2nd and 33, and you let their best receiver just run right past you.
That is the longest play of the day for either side. Marks for one. Cedric Gray continues to stack tackles.
You know, remember earlier in the week, Jeffrey Simmons said that the Titans' best players have to play better. That's a perfect example of it right there. Snead is making a ton of money. He had the costly penalty earlier in the game when the Titans had a sack. Now, 2nd and 33, they should never, ever be able to get a first down, let alone let the guy throw the ball over your head like that. I would love to hear from him what he's thinking. I'm sure Callahan's thinking the same thing.
And a timeout called here by Houston. They're first. Texans on the move, back in 30 seconds after this.
Pick six for 1999, a perfect meal for two. Yeah. Big always starting on these clap. Big was practically no I. Big six meals for 1999.
Those comedy street.
Bring it in your fridge.
I said,
And I need a bigger.
Listen, do you always put your mac and cheese?
I do.
6-0 Texans over Titans. Just converted a huge 2nd and 33
In one play.
to keep the drive alive. And have now crossed over midfield. 2nd and 9 here. Play action. Dumps it off to Chubb out of the backfield. Muscles his way down to the 36. Tackled by Barkley. And here comes 3rd down. Still in search of the red zone. Hasn't happened since December of 2023.
I'm surprised that there was one that recent. I mean, that seems rare in an NFL game.
Yeah.
Neither team gets to the red zone. We are 16 yards away. I feel like this is the 5th or 6th time that the Texans have had a 3rd and 1. Again, watch the Titans. They're trying to slice through into the gap to get them in the backfield.
Roll him out, Marks with the catch pretty short. Well done by Quandre Diggs. And now they're going to rule it incomplete.
Well, Jihad Ward 53 was ready for it, and so was Quandre Diggs, and he rips the ball out. Brings up 4th down. And I think because Fairbairn missed the last one, Ryan is going to go for it here. At least come with the hard count. Watch out for Jeffrey Simmons.
Stroud keeps, gets his head down that left side, and it looks like the spot will give it to him.
Well, you know how I feel about quarterback sneaks, Beth. I love that. Love that. He saw where the soft spot was in the defense. You know, when you run a quarterback sneak, because it's wedge blocking, that means all the offensive linemen are blocking their inside gap. There really is no ability for the defense to get penetration. So you kind of eliminate any chance of going backwards, which is why I love it. And one of the reasons, quite frankly, why the Eagles run it as much as they do, because you're not going to go backwards.
Yeah, through today on 3rd downs. Another check down to Dalton Schultz. He's been busy today, targeted for the 6th time. He's got 5 catches.
We are officially 9 yards away in red zone watch. We have a legitimate chance to get in the red zone here in the first 3 quarters.
It's only happened twice since the year 2000. We told you about that Chargers-Patriots game, won by the Chargers 6-0 a couple of years ago. Only 4 times all season so far for Houston. Knocking on the door, 2nd and 5. Stroud, hit down. First get kicked in. And there we go. The Houston Texans in the red zone, looking for their first red zone touchdown of the year.
Exquisite pass blocking there from the O-line. Stroud had plenty of time to go ahead and step up and hit Nico Collins, who's having a really good drive. for the Houston Texans, taking it into the fourth quarter with our first red zone trip of the game. They're not going anywhere now.
I checked off the first. Yeah.
You trying to get it? We selling chicken and biscuits. Welcome to Popeye Chicken. Jerry Spencer. I ain't get this with no picture. I bought this shit out the kitchen. My recipe, my conversation is expensive. You better talk to my dentist. Push the weight out like I'm lit. Calculate digits. Cause you from like he down. Money and business. We don't walk around with no history. You came with us, you gon' kill us. Go with conditions. You get around out and drip. You just might buy yourself rip. You want the dentist, keep asking you to put on a mission. But don't stupid that won't even listen. Don't get tripping. This money get dropped off of shipments. And this shit just might go to this. Fool, you ain't had it all so cool. I can go to the pool and the water don't move. I'm giving game like I own a few schools. I'm in the lane where they don't like school. I own the lane where the prostitutes use. Don't hurt the brain chasing me, blow up you. I run the game, the controllers don't move. Don't be in pain trying to play me and lose. Stop. You with a boss. I'm charging the top. My pockets on full, they go, fuck on roll. If they have my hands, they might come they hands out. You need a golf clutch just to go around my house. This type of truck I'm in can transform and talk. Get told on my money, might turn to the hoe. I know some big dogs who just fight that on board. Design on me, man, like my name Tony Stark. I might write a book titled How to Go Get It. I got the look to say get to the business. You want to cook, get the proper equipment. Dumping their nails and it's something no leaking. I talk to NASA and they tell me Houston, we don't have a problem because we're really tripping. I'm with the Gators and Shoki Fish. Let me put you on to something real quick. You trying to get it? We selling chicken and biscuits. Welcome to Popeye Chicken. Jerry Spencer. I ain't get this with no picture. I bought this shit out the kitchen. My recipe, my conversation is expensive. You better talk to my dentist. Push the weight out like I'm lit. Calculate digits. Cause you from like he down. Money and business. We don't walk around with no history. You came with us, you gon' kill us. Come with conditions. You get around out and drip. You just might find yourself tripping. You want the digits, keep asking you to put on a mission. But you're stupid, that won't even listen. Don't get you tripping. This money get dropped off in shipments. And this shit just might go to this.
Kid like Bonner, with the Draco on my letter, say Alabama. I bust out my teeth, got you 4 bottles of in the head, so like you picking up some of mama for so what's the good, sort of drama. In Atlanta, if I can fuck up a comma and come get a money, then I'll cause some drama on the bitch. So I'm getting jiggy, double it, 25 in the 50, and usually hits and cocaine off some titties, but it hard like a 2004 red beat. I been ripping down the bench, screaming out, fuck, then fuck you on T, now I'm fuck, with me, I'm feeling like
Amanda Gallionis.
And the Texans on the move, finally getting into the red zone.
Yeah, their fifth red zone trip the entire season. Our first red zone trip today. We got an actual chance at a touchdown.
Stroud on the rollout. Their first red zone score of the year.
The Titans just know that the Texans love blue legs. The biggest totally was looking at come underneath the formation. Roger McCreary, the nickelback, was closest to him. That doesn't necessarily mean it's his responsibility, but either Woods or McCreary got caught with their eyes inside. By the time they saw marks from underneath the formation, it was too late. And the Texans are going for 2.
First career touchdown for the rookie out of USC. Woody Marks makes it 12-0. They'll try and make it 14 here.
Well, that makes sense, right? It seems unlikely that the Titans would score 3 times for a touchdown and 2 field goals. So not much of this between 12 and 13. Try to make it a 2-touchdown.
Chubb in the field. And the pass incomplete. Looking for Christian Kirk. Woods had the coverage. Well, that was short of the goal line anyways. But we have a touchdown in Houston. Stroud to Marks.
Is he fine?
After the George 22.
But it's been Houston people who go to crazy for many years, including NFL Cartel Bo, also known as Warren Brown II, still with War.
Yeah. Garbage. In the world.
It's good, ain't good. It's quite good. Go get that money, baby. I'm on the just watching what the lady try and max out their best offers was just in a jail cell on the cell phone trying to now I keep a bad bitch with me. Boss in front, cause she know who her daddy is. Turn that hoe to a cannibal. I gotta eat children, but now her baby daddy kids feel like 2 minutes my pieces talking. On me asking my life bitches awesome. Nigga hell just to hear himself talking. He ain't everything but a coach. I'm like capital one, keep accounts. And everybody looking like what's in your life. Y'all kids are fucking beans and to the sleep just to go in your life. We don't step on the ceiling, step on the selection. You end up back as a shit trash. Jesus let me, but he know I ain't shit. I step on your big ass. You know, gang, I know what it was. You feel like you've been followed by monsters. I picked her up in a race being lobster. Ask that hoe what she want on her walk for. I'm a dog, but to me, she ain't nothing but a scooty snack. Bitch don't get nothing but a Hoover bag. Man, the judge that bill said they don't know what to do with Bo, and I don't know what to do with sex. Now, you know you was a big fella, big bitch, and we got to pre-order them littles. I said, they ain't do this. I said, bitch, give me tip was a right out for getting my business. You know damn what I'm hurt. I still hop in the make it start back. It's the sum of my bullshit learned by. $10 million got turned out. I don't give a fuck. I got BBL diamonds as big as fuck. Hypnotizing your bitch like a cold junkie. This is a hoe wanna rub on my feet just to be around me. My feet big on the motherfucker. Niggas holler, they wanna sip lean, don't even know what that mean. Niggas throwing some roller touch. Then president sticking on me, pockets full of deceit. They gon' think I'm a ghost fucker. Shoot this baby back to that bitch. If I could this, you can't get your shit back. You got gang calling me with this shit chat. Your boy seen money gone, that shit kidnapped. They spend they minutes trying to show me. They talk for them bitch niggas know me. News tell us I said to kill 4 people. Let they mom out there grind with the police. In the double R dipping in and out the intersection. Need to have us a pimping session. What type of stimulus for they hit legs? Personally, I call it triple spectrum. I got a red rose like a brown. Your daddy never met a mama. Who would be breaking bitches if he glamorous? Niggas be tender dick, want pride. Kind of like mobile. You can keep it your house. I just wanted to show out. You can kiss it with your mouth. Say they looking for who? Who they looking for? You ain't got to Google and search that. You seen that goofy shit on commercial.
Boy, Nico Collins, after the fourth quarter fumble, once cost the turnover. When we talked to him this week, he said, hey, how do you respond as a pro? You got to come back strong. You had the big catch on that drop to keep it going. Hey, Saturday, we got a full day of college football beginning at noon Eastern. Air Force and Navy. Then it's 3:30. Big time for number 7 Penn State against UCLA. It's all Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
I will be in Navy for that one. I've never done a game at Navy.
Oh, it's fabulous.
I think I've only ever been to Annapolis on like a 3rd grade field trip, maybe. I haven't been to Annapolis in forever. Really looking forward to that. I love those kids. I love those Service Academy games every single year.
Those Commander-in-Chief games, those special ones. So now it's a 12-point deficit for the Titans on 1st and 10. Ward drops it off across the 30 to Chigo Conquo. And it's time for another update with Adam Shine.
Beth, you can't spell Josh Allen without MVP. Take a look at this move. My goodness. 41-10 Bills. Middle of third, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. A flag on that last play going against the defense. From Kamari Lassiter. Oh, no whistle.
Game clock operator, please put 14 minutes and 46 seconds on the game clock, please. 14:46. It'll start on my ready. Thank you.
Early 4th quarter. Tennessee and Cam Ward trying to get on the board. They've scored just 3 touchdowns through 3.5 games. Need some movement soon. Here's Pollard with the catch and run. First down, will it stand? A flag behind the line? No, it will not. It's coming back. Looks like a hole in the back.
Penalty. Still 4th down.
Right to the back. Dan. Wait, they changed the number. I think it was 79.
Yeah, you'll see right there. I think they meant 79,
Yep.
Cushenberry, with the block in the back. You actually can block in the back along the line of scrimmage with interior line play, offensive and defensive linemen. But when you get out into space like that, you cannot hit him in the back. That is a safety concern. That's the right call by the officials.
That is the second accepted penalty against the Titans, who have been averaging 10 per game. Rifled across the middle, intended for Wrigley, failing block on the coverage. Talked about Cam Ward in this offense with a new play caller today, trying to continue moving forward, progress. He's 7 for 19, 83 yards passing today.
And again, we're back to the 2nd and 20, where there just aren't very many good play calls, right? So any type of play action pass, all that stuff goes out the window. This is a pure drop back for these next two plays. See if the offensive line can hold up.
Just the 34th play of the game. It's up to the 35 by Gunnar Helm, a rookie out of Texas.
Well, he's one of those 3 fourth-round picks that they drafted this year, rookie skill guys that they really like, along with Ian Manor and DK, and that gives them a real chance here, getting 12 yards on 2nd down. 3rd and 8, this is a big play, because the last time the Texans had the ball, they were able to milk a lot of time off the clock.
Just 1 of 7 converting 3rd downs. Chestnut is the offset back. Ward stepping up, extending the play. Off the puck, gonna run for it, dives forward, and he's got it across the 45.
Absolutely gigantic. And I love the fact that Ward felt the pressure, stepped up. Look, eyes downfield. He wanted to throw it. It wasn't there. Waited till the end to tuck it to get a gigantic 1st down for the Titans.
Back-to-back gains of 11 yards. Moving closer to midfield. Empty set finds another seam. And the Texans get the takeaway. And a tough break for the Titans, whose receivers have the most drops in the NFL. Ward off the hands of his intended receiver, and it's going the other way.
He's just been really distant lately. Maybe he's scared of commitment for getting hurt. What do you think? Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, Bridgewater, you're in.
So Bridgewater, back up. Listen. If only they were back up in real life. Go.
So we can
On
the Houston, these on the in the air, get on the pitch, come. We party up tonight. The sales we party out on the field. Cold drinks flowing, música fuerte, things whatever we still number. Waves, bring the heat. Can nobody compete? On the Houston, we on the field.
Let's take another look at that interception. Alec Manor is in the slot. It's a zone coverage. So he's just going to run a curl route against the zone coverage. Here he has Ward the whole way. Manor's wide open. Ward threw it behind him. Ward threw it behind him and went right to Stingley.
So off of the turnover, Chubb off the right side down to the 41.
That's where I think, Manor, any receiver will say if they get both hands on it, they should be able to catch it. But that is very difficult when you're going inside and the ball is thrown with that much velocity like Ward does it to the outside.
And it's the veteran Stingley. Last couple of years, he's had 5 interceptions a season. He picks one off here. We're not even sure how much he was going to be able to go today after the oblique injury last week. Has been out there plenty, and now the pick. 2nd and 7 with Marks, and they continue to use a tight end as a fullback. Oh, trickery. No, trying to make a man miss, and unfortunately for him, Cedric Gray hasn't missed all day. It brings up a 3rd down.
Harrison Bryant, the backup tight end, reached immediately for his right elbow at the end of that play.
He was the guy who lined up in the backfield initially.
Oh, man. He is in a lot of pain.
Holding the right arm. So Bryant will come to the side for the Texans. And now the offense will try and regroup here, looking at a 3rd down and 9 early in this 4th quarter, trying to get some points off of the interception.
Where they are on the field, they could theoretically run it. I don't think they're going to.
Stroud, they pick up the blitz. This time, Christian Cook has it for a 1st down.
Well, they did a good job picking up the blitz, including Woody Marks, the running back. He gets involved again. He helps pick it up the offensive line, and then Kirk wide open. Again, I don't know where L'Jarius Sneed's eyes are. I don't know what the miscommunication is there, but Kirk is absolutely wide open. Sneed is the closest corner in the vicinity. I'm not blaming him. Somebody's got to be there.
Marks could not get away from the grasp of Draymond Jones, who hauls him down.
Texans wanted a face mask call. Draymond Jones said he got him inside the shoulder pad. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
It does look like it was inside the shoulder pad.
There was a couple of former Buckeyes jawing at each other there, Jones and Stroud. And this time it is Woody Marks who will get some attention coming to the sideline. 15 carries, 48 yards today. Some good pass pro as well. Also has 3 catches for 29 yards.
He's just going to continue to get more and more snaps because he's making the most of it. There's a reason why his usage is going up every week. He's shown us the run game as a receiver, the blitz pickup. That looks like a pretty darn good pick from Nick Caserio.
Chubb now in the backfield on 2nd and 10. Nolan motion. Chubb leading away with it inside the 25.
Jeffrey Simmons able to haul him down. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
This is perfect if you're the Texans right now, because you're just keeping that clock spinning with the 2-score lead. You're staying in a very, very advantageous 3rd down situation. 3rd and 3 opens up the whole playbook, including just those shallow crossing routes where you try to get the defenders to run into each other.
Marks is back out there with Stroud. We're down 3, pressure off the edge, pick up Stroud.
If you're the Texans, a highly drafted receiver rookie against the safety for the Titans. Higgins blows right past him. Stroud puts it on the money, and the Texans score again.
24 yards. Touchdown reception. Third down, touchdown. Houston in charge.
There's going to work, and then there's building a business with business class. There's nothing like having the backing to help keep your business booming or working on the fly with the largest global airport partnerships. There's nothing like closing a deal with an unforgettable deal. It's something you work at on high note with the largest curated global air software, delivering exceptional service worldwide. 500. Travel out you all.
Making big pain, dancing in the trick, sleeping the day, but I'm food at night. Get that thing, keep living high, like get your mind right. You see me, I'm feeling now the red hot. See me, I'm feeling make your club get on the floor, on the floor. Live money make you gotta get it out. Get out, let's first class, if you all get you gotta take it out. Take out, and let's first class, if you wild, so you get a secret that Victoria tried to hide, just a slide, my pride, just a slide. I know what you're supposed to do. We got close to you looking like a post to do. Don't wanna boast, but you need to do it to feel good. She can play it real good. Living came back and it would feel good. She real put a few tips in them. You definitely see 3 chicks in the crowd. Let you do my thing. Cool, quick to the car. Get the bitch button. What you think in the mind? Taking it up, taking it TV. Making you lost and you take out, take out, take out, and then the first man take a picture. It's looking with a child, and then miss that heart. But not they call me James Jones, and then we stick on back to keep playing and keep them bored 9 keep swinging. I get to be the young hold and 9 little then it go forward and I roll and take it out. Take it out.
Houston Texans in 2018. Into the playoffs the last 2 years. They've won wild card games the last 2 years. Find themselves, though, starting out the day down 3 games already in the division to the undefeated Indianapolis Colts. They still have the Colts twice and a long road ahead where a lot can happen if they can build some momentum off of this. And if they can keep the Titans quiet in the final 9.5 minutes here this afternoon. Ross, I believe you are world renowned when it comes to slow starts and bouncing back.
I guess. rookie year with Marty Schottenheimer on the left, 0-5. We won our next 5 games, and we were in the mix till the very end. And then in Buffalo, oh man, Buffalo, we went 9-2, and then we lost to the Steelers backups in the last game. Otherwise, we would have made the playoffs. The Steelers already clinched the #1 seed. Brings up a bad memory, but yeah, I guess I'm an Oakland expert here. They got me on the right game this week.
This will be big here, the last 9 minutes, to see what the Titans can come up with. They didn't want to see another flag, but they have.
Holding. Spence for 70. Penalty. Still first in.
That's the veteran, Kevin Zeitler.
Well, I got to say this. Let's watch right guard. He gets beat inside. It's a good call. He's got the left arm up. But this is his 200th start in the NFL. I can't even begin to explain how impressive that is, how much respect I have for any guy in the trenches that lines up 200 games in this league.
14th season out of Wisconsin. Another flag in the backfield on the completion to Tyler Lockett.
This might be against the Texans.
Yes, it is.
Skoronsky was cheering for it.
Down. Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty for the previous 5. First down.
How about a Jackson Dart update with Adam Shine?
Beth, how about it? First touchdown pass for Jackson Darts. In his career, a little shovel pass to Theo Johnson. Giants would go for 2. They would get it. 21-16 New York.
Wow, would that be significant for the G-Men? Play action on 1st and 10. And Daniel Hunter off the blind side. Third of the day for the Texans.
Well, Dan Moore had been doing a pretty decent job at left tackle, but now you'll see Hunter come around the edge. Watch the hand usage. Watch this. Step in, right arm pops off his left arm, and able to make the play. That is such high-level hand usage. People don't realize it. It's not just about how big and fast you are. It is a battle of hands for these pass rushers.
Loss of 8 on the play. Ward drops it over the top to Pollard, able to dive back out close to the 20. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Cam's changing the protection. The Texans love showing the pressure. Now the Texans are likewise changing what they were going to do.
Against the 4-man rush. Ward is flushed. On the move. Tripped up. And down he goes out across the 30. Diving for the line of the game. Al Shire got him, and it looks like he's a couple yards short.
He's definitely short, but if you're the Titans, you have to go for him. I love the effort from Ward. He shows guts every week, I should say. Clearly a yard short. No brainer from Brian Callahan to go for it here. This is essentially the game if they don't get it.
What does their new play caller, Bo Hardigree, come up with here?
Well, out of the gun, you better get rid of the ball quick here. The Texans are teeing off.
Ward chipped at the line, incomplete. Could not get it through the front 4. Tommy Togiai, I think, got a hand on it. And it's a turnover on downs.
Well, listen, you know if it's 4th and 1, they have to get rid of it quickly. That's well done by Togiai to get that left hand up, right? Okay, I'm not going to get there. It's 4th and short. He needs to get rid of the ball quickly, and Ryans is so fired up because that's what they teach those guys. When it's 3rd or 4th and short, try to get pressure, but know that they're probably going to throw one of those quick hook Coach was all over it. That's a big time play by a journeyman D tackle that rotates in here for the Texans.
So Houston takes over on downs and a chance to really work the clock now for flat on the run by Nick Chubb. They dominated plays in time of possession.
For 71. Penalty. First down.
It's the second penalty on Titus Howard today. Hey, 60 minutes. Sits down with minutes. Find out how he took the UFC from the brick to buildings. It's got 60 Minutes premieres. CBS tonight.
So even though there's almost 7 minutes, Beth, the Texans are already operating in what we essentially call 4-minute offense, right? Where you want to run as much clock under 5 minutes, but you want to stay in, and you don't want penalties like that one on Howard.
They've scored touchdowns on their last 2 drives after scoring just 3 touchdowns on their first 38 drives this year.
Well, what
To
did,
get out of the 19-0 lead.
what did everybody say to us on Friday, right? We just need a spark. We need to make somebody makes a play.
Yep.
We get a win, then you start to stack wins on top of each other. Certainly, this Texans offense went from hard to watch to a lot better over these last couple of drives.
Needed a shot in the arm, especially with Baltimore coming up next. Here's Hutchinson incomplete down to Amanda Balionis.
Yeah, this Texans sideline is finally allowing themselves to smile and celebrate a little bit. When that defense came off the field, they were hyped up. But CJ Stroud, he and Jaden Higgins had a really nice moment congratulating each other. CJ's been really dialed in. It's the first smile I've seen from him all game, and you know that football is going on with Higgins, guys.
It was D'Amico Ryans that talked to Stroud this week. I trust you. We need you confident. We need you confident in your reads. We need you hitting the ball out quickly. They spent a lot of time together. Paying off. Marks. Sound.
Let's showcase the big guys in space. These guys are elites, okay? Andrews and Ingram. Watch them. Watch 69 and 60. Watch them hunt them up. Andrews is going to get Hooker. Ingram's going to get the linebacker coming inside, or Simmons, just enough for Marks to be able to cut back. Those are the showcase blocks. I think that sometimes that was the only time my mom ever saw me was when it was a screen pass and I got me open like that.
More ground, more. Second touchdown.
Watch Scrubs. Scrubs with the hook. And that was so easy, it almost looked like the Titans let them score. We've seen a lot of that in football recently. They didn't let them score there, but man, that was a huge hole.
Ryans has talked all week with his guys. Finish. We need to be stronger in the fourth quarter. They have shown much better finish today. Not once, but twice as nice. We have got the nothing hard. Como es varilla, déjame que strong toda la familia. Boom heavy, la música brilla. Orange like crazy, nadie la guaniquila. Bitch get ribs, shots in the head. Six sound stand up, trip in the land. There's that shoot up, that's we loud. Horns up, tell, get us moving the crowd. Shot beat knocking, luces en el aire. Domingo en Houston, nadie puede pararme. Flags wave high, orgullo gigante. Texas forever, gritamos al instante. Best crew, train non-stop. Texas touchdown, the whole block rock. The Houston Texans, we set that tone. Horns up, tell, get us this is our zone. Horns up, Houston, we ride. Horns up. Horns up, you think we ride? Horns up, people for women. Texas for life. Horns up, you think we ride? Horns up, people for women. Horns up, let's be party all night. Someone know Texas for life.
And little Caesar start. Latest NFL scores switch caught up to the second round of games today. Of course, Pittsburgh a winner in Ireland this morning, and still to come that game. Baltimore, Kansas City showdown from Arrowhead. Looks like today guys are out there. 26-0 Texans, a big second half. Finally breaking through to get into the red zone and score touchdowns. Under 5 minutes to go, trying to pitch a shutout here, and a flag is down.
And so is DK. Oh, you're getting up good.
Here to return, holding 92 on the return team. We are penalty for the sloppy foul. First down, Tennessee.
Hey, coming up next, it's game 2 of our NFL on CBS doubleheader, and you can count on 2 MVPs raising their game for a crucial early season matchup with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens and the Chiefs. You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and streaming out there on Plus.
Those are the last 2 teams to beat the Texans in the playoffs in the divisional range. 2 years ago it was the Ravens. Last year it was the Chiefs. Those are the teams that the Texans are trying to take the next step against.
A lot on the line early in the year with both of them going in at 1-3. Always a possibility you'd see these two head-to-head in the playoffs. Of course, Mahomes with the 3 Super Bowl rings. Both guys with a pair of MVP trophies.
It really does feel like when you watch games like that, like Chiefs Ravens, it very rarely disappoints. You know, those guys are both going to make a number of exceptional plays. I'd expect it to be a close, competitive game, and you're right. Neither team wants to fall to 1-3.
There's Howard out of the backfield. Stepping his way out across the 20. Mario Edwards laid a little lumber on him.
This is a bad feeling when you're an offensive lineman back, because the defense knows you're throwing it, so they're just absolutely teeing off. And you feel very, very vulnerable.
The order's been sacked 3 times today. On the roll out, trying to bring some. And has to throw it away. Still took a knockdown from Edwards. And it's 4th down.
Nobody was open. I mean, he tried to give it every opportunity, but he did the right thing by not taking a sack. I loved what Cam Ward said this week about sacks and accountability. He said half of them are on him. That young man gets it. They're taking some accountability and responsibility and not putting it all on the offensive line. The Titans are punting it here, obviously conceding the game, which the game's over.
Well in hand for the Texans with just 4 minutes to go. No. And immediately wrapped up at the 25. So can they run this thing out, keep the shutout intact? Got to go back to 2010, week 12, the Texans' last shutout win at home here against the Tennessee Titans. Rusty Smith was intercepted 3 times by Glover Quinn. Matt Child had a couple of TDs, but they won it 20-0.
Rusty Smith.
Rusty Smith.
Wow.
That's right.
I don't really remember that guy.
They only have 2 shutouts in franchise history. Looking for a third one. Our offense may be able to give them a big assist right here.
By the way, how about our crew that they had that footage ready?
How about that?
I don't know, maybe they're not showing that much faith in the Titans offense, but kudos to our crew for having that video ready.
Nick Chubb will get the ball. I mean, the first thing that's going to jump off the page at you is the time of possession, the number of plays run, the ball control for Houston. Just outrageous this afternoon. Stroud has thrown for over 230 yards. They've run for over 100 as a team. And a glimpse of what Nick Caley and this offense are capable of.
Well, certainly, at one point, I think it was the end of the third quarter, we still didn't have any red zone trips until the very end of the third quarter, and now it's just the floodgates have opened.
Great second half here for Houston. 20 points in the fourth quarter. First time they've done that in 4 years. And look at the last 3 possessions.
Well, that has to be highly encouraging for that guy right there, Nick Taylor. Come under a lot of fire here. When you win the division back-to-back years and you win a playoff game back-to-back years and you fire the offensive coordinator, I mean, he came into a position where they had big expectations. He is here to get this offense and this team to the next level, and they had not done that prior to the last 3 drives.
Well, a shot in the arm from the defense, an interception leading to a touchdown, a 4th down stop leading to a touchdown. And they are short here on the 3rd down run. And this will probably get us to the 2-minute warning as well.
Meanwhile, on the other side for the Titans, the switching of the play caller did not have a huge impact for them, at least not today, unfortunately.
Brian Callahan about to fall to 3-18 in his year and a half at the helm. Party time in H-Town, 26-6.
Horns up, horns up, horns up. Let's ride. Home game, horns up. Let's ride. Horns up, horns up, horns up. Let's ride. Grill, ribs, links, every plate, getting filled. They spin the beats, piece heavy, keep it trill. Happens on the field, but the party here is real, red, white, deep steel, blue flags in the sky. From each cloud to the door, we reppin' that. Friends, no limits on the fun when the horns go up. I know we number 1. Best school music, campus, crowd every Sunday. Drop. Horns up, horns up, horns up. Just ride. Just ride. Jumping is a trap every day. Old drinks already the beat so great. We set a sucker cruise ride, but they can't keep the same space on the kickoff to the last play we down. That's a strong stand, top straight proud. Cause the pound haters, the legend been made. Keep the fun day, what a memory. Let's ride. Go. Let's ride. Center of NASA's Johnson Space Center. 27 million guests annually come to visit. 2 minutes and the Houston Texans season, the Titans will fend 4. And that will be down inside the 5-yard line by Tremon Smith after the terrific punt from Tommy Townsend. Well, stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, we'll have all the latest NFL scores and highlights. And get you ready for Baltimore and Kansas City across most of the country coming up next. And
Wow.
there is the ball control.
You don't see that very often in the NFL. 20 minutes more time of possession. I was a little curious whether or not Cam Ward would even come out for this drive. Like, the last thing you want here is for Ward to take any more shots in this game. I would expect the Titans to just run this ball 3 times and end the game.
It was a bit out of the end zone. That's the question. They're going to mark him outside the goal line, but inside the 1, Mario Edwards stood him up.
For it to be a safety, nothing can come out of the end zone. Everything has to be clearly in the end zone.
And that'll let the clock work here.
What they really should do is a quarterback sneak,
Yes.
but they don't. I don't think they want Cam Ward to take any shots. And you know what? I appreciate that the Texans guys that are out there, they are still playing pedal to the metal. They're trying to get a safety here. They're trying to make a play.
They want to score too after the offensive explosion here in this 4th quarter. Howard will give them some breathing room, and into the final minute we go. There'll be a lot of talk back in Nashville with the change to a new play caller, but no points up on the board. Tony Pollard ran it okay. It was a quiet day, though, for Calvin Ridley. Ward is 10 for 26, 108 yards. And much brighter news on the other side for Houston. They got Chubb and Marks involved. Collins had a big play in the second half. And the defense, well, right now, speaking for itself. Got a turnover, got a 4th down stop. They've been pressuring the young QB. And that should do it. First win of the season for Houston.